Hi friends, see this Tkinter window. In this window, the 5 rows of data are displayed. The columns are also at the top. Column headers are there, and these 5 rows of data are taken from different data sets. Of course, one at a time. So you can see here that we have used our MySQL database to get the data from our sample student table, and you can download the sample SQL dump also to create your table. Then also we can uncomment and use SQLite database to create this, and we can use pandas data frame. We have read from an Excel file, created a pandas data frame, and then created this inserted this list or created the tree view. And similarly, by using Excel file also, openpyxl library, we have read the data and created the tree view in Tkinter. Similarly, we have used a CSV file also, and we can create the same tree view in a Tkinter window. We'll learn all these different data sources, how the data is taken and created the tree view. Visit this URL. The link is available at the description. Here the sample student Excel file you can download, or you can download the CSV file of the same table. Now you can create the data frame by just copying the data, and you can also create here is the MySQL SQL dump. So you can create your student table in the MySQL database, or if you want to use the SQLite database as data source, the same student table, here you can visit and create the table. We'll start from here. This is a blank template I am using. We are importing TTK because tree view we are going to use it. And this is the width and height. I'll just mention it here. Width and height of the window. You can change it whatever you want, and accordingly you can manage. So here inside this blank window we'll place our code. So first thing what you will do is we'll get the data hour. So for that as we are using different sources, we'll start with CSV or comma separated value file. Then we'll change the sources, but the code for receiving the data in the tree view remains the same. So for that we'll say import CSV, because I am starting with CSV data source. It's a student.csv file which I will be connecting. So I am saying file equal to now open. Where is my file? My file I have kept it is in I. In your case, where you have stored it, accordingly you have to change it. Data, this is the directory name. Now student.csv, this is the file name. So in your case you change this wherever you have placed the path of the CSV file. You change this one wherever you have placed it. Now just I am creating a file pointer here, CSV reader. You can give any name in this. Now CSV dot reader. Now the path I have given here. The file object whatever I have created at the above, that I am using it. Now here two variables I have to create, and that is common in every source or whatever I use. It can be MySQL, Excel or SQLite or Excel file, whatever. One is the L1, which will hold it is a list which hold the column headers, and another is the rows of data, or a list containing the rows of data. So for that the name I will maintain is common. So L1 equal to next I am saying CSV reader. Now this will hold the column headers. So this is a list of column headers. So in my student CSV file there is ID, name, class, mark and gender. So these headers are available in the list L1. And one more variable I will be creating is rset or record set. This is the what will hold the data for me. So for that I will write the way I am creating this rset and L1 will change from the different sources, but rest of the code will remain same. So we can easily, the rest of the code means how we integrate this data to our tree view. So for that we will see that. Now here I am creating row for row in CSV reader. Now that's all. This will create my rows of data, list of rows of data taken from the CSV file. Now these two are ready. Now suppose I want, okay, let me just check once how these are working or not. I can just print this. This is a simple list L1, and next I will print let's say R set. This is for my testing only. So whether I will able to show it or not. Okay, let us run this and see if any error. This is the window, is blank window, whatever is there at the top, it has opened up, and in the list I can show you. Yeah, here it is there. So there is no error in that. You can just try that. Just see here the console, you can see all the data are displayed, though it is not required, just to confirm that we are reading from our CSV file, and then we can further proceed it. So I am commenting these 2 lines, not required, because we will be directly using the tree view. Now let's place the tree view now. So this, imagine this line of code, import CSV to till this is one source of data. Subsequently we will comment this and use another source of data, but below whatever you are creating the tree view, that remains the same. So it will receive 2 variables. One is L1 for the headers and record set or R underscore set for the data. So these 2 will be constant. Now let me just create the tree view, TRB, TTK. It's a part of TTK tree view. Now where it is placed, my underscore W is my parent window. At the top we have declared at line number 5, you can see. Now then select mode. Select mode is browse. So different. Okay, we have kept, it is not at tree view, it's a browse mode we are keeping. You can get all the basics of our tree view in our other tutorials are also there. So we had discussed about what are the how you will manage the height, so and all the things. So now this, let us place it on a grid, trv.grid. Now in this grid, row equal to 1. This is the only widget available. So row 1, column 1. You can give it row 0, column 0 also. Now pad x slightly we are giving from the left edge, we are giving 30, and pad y equal to 20. So it has not flushed with the left edge. From the top 20 gap we have given. So let's just check it how it looks. Here it is, the tree view. Anyway it will expand once the data comes there. We'll add the height option to our tree view. So how many records by default it should show. So I'm saying height. So this equal to, by default it is 10. So 5 at a time, 5 rows of data to be displayed. That's what I am giving. You can change it. You want more data to be displayed, but you can scroll down also. Automatically you can scroll. And here we have given the browse mode. So I can select one row, and where further I can get the ID of it and all. If I had set it to multiple also, so I can more rows I can select it, or none means I cannot select it. So I have given the height as 5. So now next is, let's whether what type, it will show the headings or it will show the tree view. So there will be a ghost column and I can expand it. That's what we are not going to discuss more on that. So this so will tell that. So here we are showing headings. So the headings. So headings, now the column identifier. Now we are saying where from the column or columns will come. So for that we'll connect it to our list one. So now this is, sorry, here I have to remove this now. Yeah, so this equal to L1. Now what is L1? L1 is what we have taken as column headers here, that we are connecting to this. So now I have got the columns here. Now once I have the column, now let us configure our whatever the column height width will be. So for that, for I in L1 is the list of column headers. Note that there are in our student table ID, name, class, mark and gender. So here you can see that. So these are the 5 columns or 6 columns we will be setting up here. So for that we'll say trv.column. TRV is our tree view. So I is whatever each item in that. So I am taking for I in L1 means first it will be ID, then it will be name, next loop it will be class, like that it will go for I. Now what is the width of that? Width, let me just fix it as 100. So then anchor, which side it should aligned. You can change that one also. East, west means left aligned, right aligned, you can do it. I am just giving it C. So east means it will be left aligned E. Then W means it will be right aligned. Now what are the headings will go? So what should be the text of it? So trv dot headings. Now what the heading is, I is the each element. It's ID, name. First it will be ID, name, class, like that. text. What should be the text of it is I. So because the ID, name, class, mark, that should go as heading. So that's all. Now my tree view headings are over. Now even at this stage I can see, but what the main thing is, we have not inserted the data. So let's just run this once and see whether how far it is. Yeah, you can see here ID, name, class, mark and gender. All these five columns are added because that's what our list says here. We have picked up the list, and this from line number 18 till this line, this is the common part. So these are different sources will change, but this part will remain the same. So let me close this and add the data now. So for that I will just loop through it for dt in rset. What is rset? It is here. We have taken it record set, or the rows of list of row of data. So one by one, one row, next row, like that the datas are coming. But each row is another list. So we have to expand that list also. So for that purpose, because our while inserting, we will be inserting a list. So for that we will say, I am just giving a list. V will be a list only, equal to, now I am saying R. For R, R is a variable in dt. What will happen is, each row it will further take it out and create a list. First, suppose inside the loop dt, or I can give anything name, dt I am given here in data. In that one, first row, take it, break it up, create a list. That's why, because it is required for a record set. May not be exactly applicable, may not be required for a CSV file. For others, because I will be taking it from a database also. To maintain the common code, I am using like this. Now my real insert will come. How I will push the data? trv insert. Now what is the first parameter? I am leaving it blank. Why I am leaving it blank means this is the IID, because if you know the I can have a child node to a parent tree view also. So this is not a child. This is a itself is a root or a parent row. So there is it's a blank. Suppose if it would have been a child of another row, then I would have given the IID or unique ID of that parent here. I am not giving that. So insert, where it will insert? It will be insert. I can put 0 also. End means the next row will be below at the end of the table. So suppose 3 rows are there. The fourth row, next row will be the fourth row. So but if I'll give it 0, then the next insert will be at the top. So this it can take two values, 0 or end. Now what is the unique ID? Sorry, here comma IID. The unique ID of the row is, because I know this is the first one, because it's a student table. So every row has got a unique ID. So the first element is the ID of it. So V is the just above. I have declared the list, and the first element is the 0. So it is the ID column value. I am assigning it as a unique value to that one. Then values equal to V. This is where I am putting the telling this list, whatever I have created out of that particular row, that you add it as values for that tree view. So this takes care of my inserting. So what happens inside the for loop? So I am just one by one I am adding. Now let's just see this is how this works. Here it is. So it has shown me the 5, but there are more. It is not that the 5 records are only there. I can scroll down. I am scrolling down because I have given at the top the browse mode. Select mode is browse here at line number 18. So I am, but at a time I am showing 5 records. Say I want to show, let's say 7 record. I will just change this or make it 8. So 8 records to show. Height I am changing to 8. Now let's see. You can see 8 records, up to 8 records it is showing. I can change accordingly, where I can still scroll also. By default it holds the 8 records. Now what happened, our main purpose is, from here the common code starts. Code to display, but it's a tree view or whatever it is. You can remove this print command. So this is the common code. Now here so far we have started here and use the CSV file. Next we'll go to either Excel or MySQL database or SQLite or any pandas data frame, any other source. So this particular line will comment it and go from another source. Now let me first comment this line CSV part, because I don't want to use CSV now. I will go for Excel file. So now what I did is I removed these lines. Okay, let it be there, but it is not part of the code now. What I will do by using Excel, my entire intention is to create these two variables, L1 and R underscore set. L1 will hold the headers and R underscore set will hold the data. So for that I have to, now let us go for Excel file. So I will use from openpyxl, openpyxl from, okay, openpyxl import. I think I have a issue of loading workbook. openpyxl is not there. Let me just install it in this device. Pip, you can see in my console I am using pip install openpyxl. If it is not there, there are many other libraries are also there. Fine, let's just see whether it is. Okay, it has installed it, but I think I have to close once and open it. Let me just save it here. So I will just close this and open again. So I am here now. openpyxl is fine, it is available. So this is the way, if you are not installed, it is not there also, you can install it. Or if you are using, there are read Excel, other Excel reading files are also there. So now I have used that one. From, okay, this I have imported. Now let me just create the workbook equal to load workbook. Now what first I have to tell is what is the file name. File name equal to, now here I have to give the path. What I will do is the here same path. I have it, my student Excel file, what you can download it also. It is here, but I will just change this name. It is no more a XLSX. Okay, this is the XLS file. Then I will have to give the mode, how it will be, read only equal to true. So I don't want to update any data, so I am giving it as read only. So now WS or worksheet workbook, then worksheet equal to which, because it will have multiple worksheets, so equal to WB. Now here I have my first or my data is in the student worksheet. So there are multiple in a Excel, you know, you can have multiple worksheets in that. So it's the student one. Only one is there. If you have multiple, you have to specify it here. So I have created it, my worksheet here. I have connected. Now record set or my R set, whatever the variable, the most important one, row for row in ws.iter iter rows. I am iterating through all the rows. Then values only equal to true, means only take the values. So my records, all the data I have collected. Now second part of it is I have to create my header. So L1, I know this is the variable what I have to give it as header, equal to R set dot pop 0. Now this will pick up the top line or the header line from the whatever I got it, read it from, because while reading it I read it from the 0th row till the end. So first row is the header, so I have taken the first one, that, and then what I will do, I will close it, wb dot close, because it's no more required. That's all. Now my entire purpose is to get these two lines. So these two lines I will pass it to this common code to display. So one of my Excel data can go, and you note that I am removed this CSV part, so this is not going to execute. If whatever data now I am going to get, that is coming from my Excel file. So let's just run this and see whether it is working or not, if or any error. Yeah, it has come up. So here you can see the data has come up, and I am, say again whatever 8 rows and all the records I can display, and this is coming from my Excel file. Now next is we have to go we'll use a data frame. In place of Excel file, we will go for data frame. Then we will go for MySQL database. Then we will go for SQLite database. So these three, and better we'll do it in this part 2 of it. And you just download the entire source code. It is the common code having different sources are commented. You can use any source and use it. In the part 2, we'll learn how the data source is from from our pandas data frame. Next we'll go to our SQLite or MySQL database. I'll request you, please subscribe to our channel so you will and press the bell notification so you will get all the alerts and all whenever we add new tutorials. We frequently do that, and in the part 2 also we are going to discuss 3 more different data sources and integrate into our Treeview. I'll request you, if you have any doubts, suggestion or questions, put it in the comment section below. Please share this with your friends, and thank you for watching, and please watch the part 2 also.